Shelly,
and Tom.
And today we have an update with the Carnival. It's sunshine right now. Who knows? By the time you go cruising, it could be another cruise. But it's a ship. But it's basically on the Charleston parking or cruise ship parking. So usually we've gone out of there like
This
3 or 4 times, and things have been the same. But this time around, when we just went on our New Year's cruise, things were a little bit different. So we're just going to talk about them, give you maybe some recommendations, and kind of let you know the steps so you kind of be aware of when you go.
Yep.
So Thomas, we'll start with the embark part.
So the embarkation part was, it was as a whole relatively smooth. It was really quick. One of the things that I noticed off the bat was our check-in time. Now we had 11:30 check-in time on our boarding pass, but we got there well before that. So when we got there, we parked, we started walking to the terminal. They have it split now. It's the terminal is separate from the actual cruise, the ship pier. So you walk into the terminal, and when we got there, you had your boarding passes out and everything. There was no line. Everything we kept moving. We just kept going, and by the time we got in there, I don't know how many Carnival tellers there were. There were a lot, and they were all seeing somebody, but we didn't even stand in line to wait. We walked right up to the next available teller, and she did her thing, checked the passports, got us checked in, and we were done within like 5 minutes. So that was really quick. So by the time we got done with that, then we boarded the shuttle with our, with our carry-on, and they were going to take us to the actual ship pier, the actual where we get on the ship. So keep in mind that they were in separate places. Last time they were together, so this time they've got the check-in in one terminal, and then your actual your cruise port is in a separate terminal, in a separate area where you're actually going to get on. So by the time we got there, we got off the bus, we were going up the ramp, and well, even before we get up the ramp, let me go back. I'm getting excited here. Even before we go back, we got in there. You had to have your passports out and everything, but the first part was the security. Security, there was no waiting. I think there was like maybe 2 or 3 people. So it was really quick. Everything was quick. And just to sum it up and everything, by the time we got on the ship, up the ramp and up the ship, I'm going to say it was less than 30 minutes. It may have been even less than 15 or 20, but it was really, seamless. Just, as long as you have your documents out and ready to go to show them, I don't know what else to, I don't know what else to say. So.
Well, first thing in which you missed is they don't take cash when you come through the gate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when on Embark, you go through the maze. If you've been to Charleston Port, you go through it's like an old port, and you go through like this little maze to get to the porters where they take your luggage. Now before that, you get in line. They do have the separate lines where you can pay, but at the time the last couple of times that we went, they didn't take cash. So have your debit card ready, credit card. They used to prepay, but the last couple of times we went, prepay wasn't available. Or did we prepay the last time?
We prepaid the last one. This time around, the prepay option on the website was
it wasn't
gone.
working, and it wasn't available. So you may want to check the website, and we'll put the link below so you can check it out to see if they are accepting prepaid. But the link that we'll put or we'll add in the description will be straight to the cruise ship parking lot. And that's where you can prepay. They give you a slip, you bring it with you, and they'll just give you your sticker on your car and you go park. Okay. So, and then another thing you missed was the parking situation. Now, Thomas kind of explained that the check-in is in a separate terminal from where you get on the ship now. you park in the big parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have to walk over. They don't just allow you to walk onto, up to down that little pier and into the terminal. What you have to do is you go into the separate building where they used to park the cars, and they do the check-in process there. But you have to walk over there, and then everybody gets on a bus. Then you get on the ship. You get scanned on in your boarding. So that's the thing. So you may want to keep that in mind when parking or going, because if you get there early, like we did, we were close to where the entrance was, and it comes into effect when you disembark as well. So if the further you park away, the further you have to walk during disembarkation. So keep that in mind. Or you could have somebody, if you have like older people with you or people that can't walk as well, you may want to see if you can drop them off, and then or drop them off and then go park, and then y'all meet at the terminal that way, and do the check-in process. So other than that, it's fast. We've never had a problem at Charleston other than we had liquids in our carry-on that weren't supposed to be, that we should have put them in our check bag. But other than that, it's always pretty fast. They're always friendly. Never had a problem at Charleston during the embarkation part. So
I would say just the big difference is the terminal where you go to to check in, and then the other terminal where you actually get on. They've separated that now.
Okay, so that's embarkation. So now on to the disembarkation part. When you're leaving the ship, now like I said before, during the embarkation part, you want to, if you park further away from the ship, and then you don't want to either, if you do self-assist, you're going to be walking a long ways to get back to your car. And then they don't let cars pick you up in that little roundabout or that little, in the front now. So you can't do that. So what you may want to do is check your bags if that's what you choose to do, and have one person, like I would have Thomas and my son, maybe go get the car first, and then we stand in, go through the customs and everything, and without their luggage, or take just like carry on with them, and get off the ship, go get the car, and then come back and wait, because they drop you off. It's kind of in the middle of the pier, under another garage, or where the buses will, they have this little trail that they'll go. And it's a far walk, especially if you parked further away like we did from the ship. I would get him to go get the car, and then by the time they get the car, we could text them or say that we're there. When the bus drops us off with our luggage, he can just meet us to where the cars are parked, or come closer, so we don't have to walk that far, because there are railroad tracks that you have to pull your luggage over to as well. That's another thing to keep in mind if you have people that are in wheelchairs, can't walk too far, or or older family members that can't walk too far. But depending on where you park when you get on the ship, is you have to think about, as far as that's where you're going to have to walk to, halfway when the buses drop you off. And you just make sure you remember where you parked, because the parking lot,
it's huge.
It's a big parking lot. They had people in the regular parking, and there was behind where they dropped you off up a ramp. They had people parked behind there. So maybe we'll try to put like a map. I did like a little video of where we were compared to when we got dropped off. So if we can put that clip in, then we'll do that. But if not, you may want to, if you drive, you may want to keep that in mind of where you want to park. I think that's it. So, like we said, Charleston is always smooth, friendly type of embark and disembark, process. Never had any problems,
Nope.
When people get off the ship, I mean, you have to be up to ship by what, 10:30? So, or 10 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
So you could do a relax disembark and the parking lot was clear.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was, you know, it was a pretty simple process, but that's pretty much an update on the parking in Charleston. So if you do, you know, you may want to just prepare yourself if you have to.
Yep. But
Other than that,
I love Charleston. I think it's probably one of the best ports we've sailed out of, as far as, you know, processing, get you on the ship. So 'cause
yeah,
that's what it's all about: getting on the ship
yeah,
and getting you faster to the fun. So,
yeah. So till then, stay tuned if you haven't, or go, you know, if we haven't put them up yet, but our sunshine videos, our New Year's videos, we got some clips, some things, you know, you'd have to go to old videos to look at, but we didn't film everything because, I mean,
Right.
we already filmed it in other sunshine videos or other videos. So just check out the New Year's, which it's a pretty nice,
It was. Yeah.
yeah,
It was a good time.
yep. So till then, see you when we see ya. Peace.
Go Bills.